One thing I like about traveling is going to different cities and trying like the junk food that's famous out of that city, but like their local stuff, you know, from the hole in the wall, family-owned type businesses. That's where the best junk food always comes from. I've also noticed that every city's the same in the fact that the best junk food always comes from the ghettoest neighborhoods. It's weird. It's like the more people that have been shot in a place, the better the food gets. I don't even think it's anything they do to the food in particular. I think it's just the fear. Like knowing you can get shot at any second, it makes you savor it more. You're like, this might be my last. Sometimes I'll be having so much fun, I'll drop my guard, and then I'll eat food that's so good, it'll remind me to stay on my toes. You know, it's like 2 a.m., you leave the bar, you go to some late night burger spot, you're just like, damn, this burger's good. A little too good. Anytime I'm in a different city and I want to look for something good to eat, I never go on like Yelp or TikTok. I just watch the news. I wait for them to be like, local man shot at taco stand tonight. I'm like, that's the spot. I'll go that same night. Because you know there's not going to be a line. I'll go up there like, yo, is this where that guy was shot? Whatever he had, I want 6 of those. Or I'll go to like the corporate junk food places too. I just don't like when their customer service is too good. Like if I go to somewhere where I'm not spending that much money and they're being super nice to me, it gets uncomfortable. Like at those Chick-fil-A's. And I'm just like, all right, thank you for my chicken sandwich. It's my pleasure. Yeah? This is what does it for you. I'm like, you can have it back. I'm not even hungry anymore. It only makes sense when they treat you like that at the expensive, fancy restaurants. Those places where the more money you spend, the nicer they get. Especially the servers in those places, man. When they're trying to earn a fat tip, they'll be so nice to you, you almost feel like they're trying to have sex with you a little bit. You know, you'll be like, yo, can you bring us another round of drinks and another order of that appetizer? They're like, yeah, of course. That's a smart choice. You're a wise man and you have kind eyes. I'm a sucker for it too. I'll be like, yeah, I do all right. Here's more gratuity. It's not like that with fast food. With fast food, it's like the more food I order, the madder they get. We were on our way to a house party once, and we stopped at a McDonald's and ordered 100 McChickens. I could see the cook behind the counter. He had this look on his face where you could tell he didn't want to have sex with me at all. I took one look at that man. I was like, he is not horny. My first job was at a restaurant. When I was 12 years old, I was a dishwasher at a Mexican seafood restaurant. Yeah, my grandma wanted me to stay busy on the weekends. Where I was just like, man, you know there's like basketball, soccer, you know? She was like, that stuff costs money, this makes money, you gotta think, you know? Yeah, every Saturday and Sunday from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m., little 12-year-old me just washing dishes, you know? It wasn't that bad. My coworker, that dude, he was 11. I was his supervisor. I remember my first weekend there, the older Mexican dudes got mad because I kept changing the radio. I couldn't get motivated to the songs that they worked to, man. Old Mexican dudes worked their ass off to the most lovey-dovey music all day at work, which is wild because right after work, they go home and treat their women like shit. I remember one of the guys there, he invited us to a cookout at his house, and it was wild to see him go from chopping onions at work like, ¿sabes que me gustas tanto? And then that same night, he's yelling at his wife, like, pendeja, vete pa' dentro. I felt so bad for her. I was like, oh my God, he's a sweetheart to us. I was like, maybe you should get a job with us, lady. Could save your marriage. Yeah, I kept changing the radio, and he screamed at me. He's like, no toques el radio, don't touch the radio. I was like, oh, damn. And then the next day, I didn't talk, I didn't touch the radio, just washed dishes all day. At the end of the night, we did a deep cleaning of the whole restaurant. And when the older Mexican dudes were done, they sat on these boxes in the middle of the kitchen, just talking, drinking. But I kept looking for things to clean, because I wanted to get back in their good graces and show them I'm a good kid, I'm a hard worker. And then the one who screamed at me, he called me over. He was like, I went over there. He got up off the box and he pulled out a beer. He was like, ¿Quieres una cerveza? He's offering me a beer. But I'm 12. So I was like, okay. I was like, no más dos. Mañana tengo escuela. For any of my non-Spanish speaking friends, I basically let them know 2 is my cap because I have school tomorrow. No offense, but I don't want to work here the rest of my life with y'all. But he gave me that beer, and I felt so cool, man. You know, I got my beer, I'm hanging out with the adults, you know, listening to them talk. I wanted to talk too, but I couldn't find anything that I could relate to so I could pitch in, you know? They're talking about grown people stuff. Like their kids, their bills, their wives. Like, mi pinche vieja, güey. But I tried my best to relate, man. I took a swig of my beer. I was like, yeah, my grandma be tripping, bro. I was like, she never believes me. I take showers. That's when I was 12. By the time I was 13, I was tired. I was tired of working for the man. I started cutting hair out of my bedroom. Like, the only way you can learn to cut hair is by practicing on people. And none of my friends wanted to let me practice on them. But thankfully for me, all my friends were just poor enough. They had no choice but to let me practice on them. Yeah, a lot of them had single moms and a lot of siblings. Their moms couldn't afford to take them and their brothers to a real barbershop. So they bring them to me, I'll cut their hair for free, and then their moms, to help me, would post the pictures on Facebook. Like, I keep my baby looking fresh. Yeah, since 13, I've been empowering these ghetto queens. It's just that sometimes they would get too personal with the post, you know? They'd post the pictures of the cuts, and they'd be like, I keep my babies nice, fresh, and clean cut, and I do it on my own. No man paid for this. And I'd be in the comments like, if anybody else needs a free haircut, come to my grandma's.